There we go. What is going on, Shedhead? Sorry. Technical difficulties, all the dangle clocks, all the things. But hey, we're back. It's Friday. And it's Green Room Friday. You know what I mean? I got my Green Room shirt on today. You know what I mean? Repping. Shout out to Dixon. But other than that, I got some new stuff in this past week that I have been purposely sitting on and not doing anything with just to do it on the show tonight. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I'm sure you guys probably know what it is just by the title of the episode tonight. But with that being said, I'm curious to see what the boys are vaping on at the moment. And let's start off with Mr. Typhon. What do you got, man?
Well, I broke out some new old shit, something I hadn't vaped in a good while, and I was like, it's time. So grabbed sorry, my computer's lagging a little bit again. Good old computer giving me trouble. Here, get that come on, chill, will you? Anyway, broke out the Squy. Haven't had the Squy in rotation, and we're not gonna focus. We're gonna fix that too. My computer's having a blast messing with me right now. But yeah, so we got the Squy. Uh, broke that out, slapped some AJ Holland coils. Again, some new old shit I haven't vaped in a while. Got the Flores Lava Chop Top on top of there. And of course, threw it on top of the Dreamer clutch just because, I figured it would look pretty slick. Got a little bit of the Crumbs Tobacco tan label, which is flaky French toast for those of you not in Massachusetts. So that's what I'm vaping on tonight.
Sick. All right, I'll jump in. Okay, so I got two setups, and I'm gonna stop vaping one setup when the setup that I'm gonna set up on the show happens, but I'll show them now anyways. So I got the Screamer RDA on top. It's just like a Chinese top drip tip that I got from like Fast Tech years and years ago. It's super low profile, but I like it. It's on top of the Trishul V2, and this is just like the second one. I have one that's coated by Ashton. It looks like that. But this one's just like the actual factory black. And inside of that, I don't know the coils, the liquid that I'm vaping. I did a live YouTube mixing show since the last time this show happened. Actually, last Saturday, I went on Tim's show, an Advocate for Liberty show, and I mixed a liquid. And the theme of the night was called, it was like drinks and mocktails or something like that. So I decided that I was going to try it. So you guys know me. I'm not really like a beverage mixer. I'm also not normally a fruit mixer. So I decided that I was going to try to make an Arnold Palmer. But I was going to do it with a bit of a twist. And so it's like a Baja Blast inspired, kind of like it's like a lemonade with Baja Blast and iced tea, and then a little bit of berry action to like it ended up being okay. I mean, it was like a last second thing. I didn't know what I was doing. It was classic my form. Like I made up the recipe like 10 minutes before the show started, and then I just gathered everything I needed and jumped on the show, and then I mixed it. And it's pretty solid. The other setup I got is I actually got this working. I completely took it apart, gents, and now the connections are all good. Maybe I didn't take it completely apart. I took a lot of shit apart. I left the board attached, but I just tried to clean everything. There was a lot of liquid in there, and it's like now working with like any batteries, thankfully. So that's good. So it's the Odin 200 on top. I got the Cosmonaut, the original one with the shoddy cap, and it's a grape chip chop top on there. Honestly, to me, it looks pretty stellar. And you guys know that I really like this mod. And the liquid that I'm rocking in there is the upside down of a vanilla ice cream. It's just I've made a vanilla ice cream. Yeah,
I thought it
sorry.
was some smacks or something.
No.
Is
So
that
it's
what you
just
do? Peel
like
the label off, dude?
the vanilla VIC. Well, I would say that if it was like right side up. I've just been really enjoying like mixing a few different flavor profiles over the last like 2 months. It's been a good time. And I'll save what I'm vaping when one of these is done
All right.
once it's built.
Gotcha.
So that's me. Sorry,
Dude,
that was pretty long for me normally.
I love how how Face Meat usually says dry oatmeal in Grimm's chat, but today it's dry shed time.
A man.
Appreciate that, Face Meat. But
Dude, if
with that
I'm
being
doing a
said,
bong hit, I
I
want
sw-
it to be dry.
I switched things up completely over this last week. I had the whole week off, so I had some chance to fiddle with some things. I've been saying I've been wanting to set up a Boro device. So I actually went and wicked up the old Ether Boro, the original one, threw it inside of my stubby 21. Got a nice Bennett Tools custom drip tip on top, a nice integrated tip. Inside, I believe, is one of Breezetone's single aliens that he does for Boros. I can't remember exactly what spec it was, but it's coming out to about a 0.4, 0.39, 0.4. Like up and down depending on what mod you put it in, sort of thing. But of course, inside of that, you already know all about that mango life. But I'm actually excited because, like the title of the episode says, and as well as what I'm gonna be doing on tonight's episode is I finally picked myself up some new vape gear. It's been a while, haven't done it in a minute, but Horatio, thanks, bro. I'm blaming you for this, to be completely honest. But I took advantage of that Vapors Cloud sale and I grabbed myself up a nice little Pixel AIO. This is the 60-watt little internal battery Boro device from Vapors Cloud in collaboration with Obey Robot, if I'm not mistaken. I got a nice little Chiquita chop top inside of the little uh, flush nut on top of there. But for this, I want to build something brand new to me because gotta put something cool in there. So I'm obviously vaping on the original Ether Boro right now. But if you guys didn't know, which I'm sure a lot of you have, Bogan dropped the Ether V2 Boro situation. So I want to try this out and kind of just compare and contrast the differences, similarities, what kind of things we might be getting from the V1 to the V2. Obviously, big changes as far as the aesthetic goes. But we'll get into the whole vaping aspect of it and stuff like that once we throw some coils in here. And not only that, but you guys can help me decide what kind of color chimney section we're gonna put on this thing. Because if you guys didn't know, there's all kinds of different chimney accessories you can get for this thing, where they've got some different splatters going on. They have some clear acrylics with this, because this thing's actually got something cool when it comes down to the actual like barrel of the chimney section, which I'll show you guys when we get down to the down level.
Dude,
But,
I'm probably just gonna be watching your screen the whole
dude,
time. My face is just gonna look like
it's
this
gonna
the
be
whole
cool,
stream.
man. I'm excited to try it out and see what it's about and all that good stuff. So with that being said, there's only one more thing left to do before we get into any building and the such as. And Sean, it's time to find out what's new in the shed.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking off season 6 this Monday. And first and foremost, if any of y'all are catching the Shed Time podcast, thank you. It's been a hell of a ride for 5 years, and we really appreciate all of y'all that have been checking it out. And if you haven't checked it out, we're everywhere podcasts are found, and you can find us at shedtimepodcast.com. So we're going to kick off the new season talking about insomnia. We're going to talk about panning for gold. We're talking about the things that we used once and the things that we just kind of, lose along the way. Also, did you ever forget your laundry? I know we all have. And you know what?
Yeah.
We're also in the search for some good games because, a lot of shit's just the same, but there's some cool shit out there. And we get talking about some of that too. So if you want to hear about all these topics and more and a healthy dose of Shed Time, check us out. Shed Time Podcast drops every Monday, and you can get it everywhere podcasts are found and shedtimepodcast.com.
Hell yeah, dude. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here. Boom and boom. Ha ha! We got 4 squares now. Now I can see you guys. You can see me, and you can see what's going on down here. We're gonna do this a little. We're gonna zoom in just a little bit here.
I'm moving your build square right to the middle, so I can stare at it easy.
There you go. We're gonna try this thing out, but like I was saying, Chris, this chimney section on here is actually pretty cool. Cause here, let me just pull this whole thing apart, and I'll show you. If I can get this damn thing out of here. Come on. All right. So you see the two little fucking posts that are sticking up right here?
Yep.
That is actually what completes. Let me pull this thing out of here too. Completes the circuit when you put the actual chimney on, because those posts, the chimney actually sets on those posts. So
Oh wow.
that's how it's making the connection. So that's how you're able to use like acrylic, like the different acrylics and stuff like that as your chimney, because
So
it's
do both those have O-rings?
no, it's just you just set it down on there, dude, just like
Okay, I
that.
guess because like the pin on the
Yeah,
top,
because
the screw on the top
once you screw the
pushes.
flush nut down,
Okay.
it pushes it down to make a nice contact on those two top posts, like so. And then you could swap out for whatever different, you know, chimney sections they have. And the cool thing about it too, which I thought is pretty sweet, is there's two different size chimney sections. So you have, let me pull out the other one here. So you've got one for like a 2.5 millimeter coil. So as you can see, it's kind of set a little bit lower than this one. So you have a little bit more space for more cotton depending on the internal diameter of your coil, which I
Oh
thought is pretty
wow.
nice.
Oh, that's smart as hell.
Yeah.
That is really quite smart.
So with that, obviously I'm gonna be going restricted lung on this. But I haven't quite decided. There's a 4 millimeter airflow pin in here at the moment. So that's gonna be pretty airy. But then I also have a 3 and a 3.5 sitting here. One thing I'll say about this too, which I thought is pretty slick, is you get a grip of airflow pins with this thing. You get uh a 1 millimeter, 1.2, 1.6, 2 millimeter, 2.5, 3 millimeter, or 3.5, 4. There's like 6 or 7 different pins you get with this thing, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it's
So
got
it
one of those cool
could be
little,
versatile as hell.
that little thing where you just unscrew the bottom and then it just screws into your deck. So you don't actually have to take a pin out or screw this into an adapter or anything. It just screws right onto your 510. It's pretty cool. So there's that. I'm going to keep all this stuff off to the side so I don't lose it. I think I'm just going to stick with that 4 millimeter pin. I think that's what I'm going to do. But now I've got a couple of choices of coils to put in here. And this is where things, I don't really know what I want to do, because I have some new stuff that I've never tried before. I have some Chappie Stags, right? That are a 3-core, and they come out to a 0.3 to 0.35 for a Boro. So it's like a single frame staple situation, which
Oh
might be kind
wow.
of cool. Something different.
And that's what size is that? A 2.5 or a 3?
Does not say. I'm gonna get, it looks like it's a 2.5, to be completely honest with you. Might be a 3. We'll see. But then I've also got some Breeze Tone singles. One's a triple 2838, comes out to about a 0.3. And then I've got the triple 30 by 38, which comes out to a 0.4. I think I kind of want to go for the 0.4.
I think you need to do the breeze tones because you need to have the familiar coil to kind of
Well, I just wanted to put some.
really see the
That's
new
kind of what I was
bridge.
thinking too. Is like, do I really want to try something completely new in a Boro that I've never tried before? Nah, maybe not. We'll go with it.
Yeah,
Well, I think you're
yeah.
right, Sean. We're gonna go with the 0.4 Breeze Tone single, uh, triple 30 by 38, 2.5 millimeter, 4.5 wrap.
Hey James,
And actually, I don't.
I
It's
think you
empty.
should change the pin if you're gonna put that in there.
No,
I think the 4 is gonna be too much for you, bro.
no,
With that coil.
I don't think so.
I hope you know it.
I know.
It's gonna be good.
Is that what you're currently running in the other bridge?
The other
That-
one doesn't have a 4 millimeter.
No, I mean the coil.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but I actually don't have one of those. I'm gonna have to go with the 0.3 because I ran out of the other ones.
I hate doing that to myself.
Keeping the
To
fucking package.
leave the empty
Oh, wait, hold on,
container
let
and
me
think it's got coils in it.
I
Oh,
might have.
always a letdown.
Oh, those are. Nope. That's all right. We'll use this one.
Oh, Heath, that's not good. It's good and it's not good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try this out. And you know what? Just cause I'm gonna go to 3.5. So in the middle. 3.5. Screw that bad boy in. Lock her down. I'm using that bridge now and it's awesome. The tank is another story. Why do you say that, Heath? What's wrong with the tank? Evening, Cal's irons. Okay, so let's see here.
VADV just found a Hadley for sale.
Yo, how much was it?
I'm gonna say you should snap that sucker up if you want it.
Honestly, if you like the vapes that people like when they look at that style, the Hadley is amazing, bro.
Yeah, like
I
that.
have one, and like honestly, I used to even just drip on it all the time. Because like you guys know me in squonking. The Hadley is legit.
Yeah, I never had one, but I vaped other people's, and 100%. If that's an Addy you're thinking about, and you have an opportunity to get one, you should do it.
It's at $35.
Yeah, that
Oh
I would get that
yeah,
all day, every day.
steal.
Literally all day, every day. I spent a lot more on
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. I know a lot of people who spent full price. That's
Yeah,
a
I think that
steal
it
and a
was like
half.
$90 maybe when I bought
Something,
mine.
yeah.
Mm.
I was gonna say it was like 85, maybe.
Yeah, on the cheapest it would have been was probably like $85.
Right, now let's trim these down.
That looks like an incredibly just simple install.
Oh yeah, dude. One thing that's kind of nice about possibly using one of these acrylic chimneys is I don't have to be super careful about these leads, but we're still gonna get them up out of the way just in case. Turn this down a little bit, straighten her out. Oh. I mean, that thing went in there easy as hell, dude. Just dropped right in.
You
Perfect.
get like really close up. Like, can you bring it right up to the
Uh,
camera?
uh,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Dude, that looks like quite easy for sure.
oh yeah, dude, it was super easy.
Looks like there's lots of room for wick.
Oh yeah, dude, you could easily fit a 3 millimeter coil in here, no problem.
So he says if the gasket or O-rings around the base aren't completely dry, they jam up on you when pressing the tank onto the base.
Uh,
So that and Zippo is saying he noticed the same problem with his.
I'll keep that in mind.
I have a few addies that have done that over the years where like you really need to have the O-rings dry or they just kind of get gummed up inside and don't sit right. Classic breeze tones, that took no time at all.
I didn't even have to pinch him, just a couple little beep, 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 and it's good to go. Check out what it came out to. You're gonna have to screw it. It came out a little bit lower than I was hoping for. That's the true reading. Dude, I don't know if that's accurate. Where's my Guardian at? When in doubt, pull out the DNA.
Fact.
If I could find it. I just had it. There it is. I have a feeling like this should be reading higher. Or at
He's
least I was
saying
hoping
Chappie-
it would.
Heath is saying that Chappie put a 3.5 in his bridge and loves it.
Yeah, there's some Chappie is he's a character, man, because he'll throw some shit and stuff that I would never have thought of putting together, or I personally would just never think to put together. But hey, man, if he likes it and he enjoys it, more power to him, dude. All right. What? Whoa. What is going on here?
Looks like it's time for some surgery.
Just all of a sudden just start getting this crazy fucking hot spot, dude.
You know, Aaron, that's sick.
What'd he say?
He got he ordered a new device
Yeah.
today.
Nice.
I always liked getting a new device. Now I have a huge collection of those devices and I don't use any of them.
Mhm.
Loyal to the vapor through and through these days.
It's, I guess it's gonna be that low. Fuck, dude. Came out to a 0.24. I was hoping for a 0.3.
Damn. That's that's a big difference.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Are the legs really short on that or something? It looks like they were normal.
No, they're normal length, bro. That's why I'm tripping. I don't know. There's not much I can do about it now. It's already in there. That's shit cotton. Where's my good stuff?
Oh, just focus. Oh.
Put some nice color into them there coils, Mr. Overdrip.
It's just not gonna focus. It's like hating everything about me right now. So, oh, there we go. So that's what I'm rebuilding. Man, those like actually look really nice there.
Hmm.
Not surprised
Shoot.
actually.
Hmm. I think I'm gonna have to switch to that other one. Let's see. All right. So now that we at least got this far, let me cut this little extra chunk off. Save that. So we're this far. Do a little pre-snip there. Now that we're that far, now we got to figure out. Put this back in here. What color do we want to do? Because obviously I've got the old green pixel, so I'm thinking either the green acrylic or the green and black splatter.
I mean, green and black splatter might be pretty dope.
Guess what we could do is we could just do this.
Yeah, let's do a little dry fit.
Okay, that's what's going on there. Sorry. I made the choice for you guys. Going with that. So that's gonna be cool. So then you do that. And then it looks like that.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yep, that's what we're doing. So with that being said, try to get this all nice. I wish I had my tweezers here. Da, 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 da. That, and then I'm gonna cut that to about there. Cut to about.
I'm like really excited to vape mine when I'm done here. I'm almost done. I'm just like putting in the cotton.
That. Screw this thing back on there.
I will say I do subscribe to the theory of the better that it looks, the better it's gonna vape. Like that's the way that I see things. Whether or not that's true, I definitely can't back that up with science.
I mean, psychologically speaking, if it makes you feel better about it because it looks good, then you're gonna feel better about the vape.
Yeah, dude, it's like I used to think my car was faster when it looked cleaner.
Okay, and of course we gotta just throw mango in here because that's what I'm vaping in the other one. Let's see what this is about. The only way I'm gonna
Mango
know.
is life, man.
I'm gonna trim this down a little bit more.
Shake this stuff up. Nice. And how can you be always the spider guy but own no spider things?
Well, only a handful of things are splattered, and I guess he doesn't own any of them, poor fella.
Dude, I'm not even like a big fan of splattered, and I own some splattered shit.
I have a splattered mod that I've never used. And it's because it's a purge.
Oh,
Boom.
I don't blame you.
Now
Yeah.
it's inside the Boro.
That's pretty slick looking.
Dude, what I love about this too, you could put it in here. Slide it on in. Screw it on down. Oh, that's not even close to right. Still in this drip tip. There we go. Much closer. For a second there, I was saying, let me do this too. We're done with this. So we're going to go. We're done with that camera for now. Go ahead and fill this baby up. It's reading a 0.26. Side of here now. Filling from the side. And we're going to go all the way to the top.
Full commitment. I like it.
Go big or go home, baby. And there's going to be a little bit of a bubble there, but that's okay. Decent amount of airflow. Dude, that just seeing that little peak of green coming out of the center there does look pretty slick, dude.
It does.
Let that soak up a little bit, clean up my mess here, make sure everything goes back in the boxes so I don't fucking lose stuff. Boom, boom, boom. All that can go over there. This can go in the trash. 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 Goes there. That. This goes here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do a couple of these guys. I wonder if I'll be able to do it on here.
Dude, this thing's gonna be fucking nasty. I'm gonna take a quick rip and then I'll show you guys it. Honestly, I think it looks absolutely beautiful.
Give me a little.
And it is vaping mighty nice. Okay, so that's the setup that I got right there.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's my custom coated Saint by the one, the only, the legend, Palmer's Powders. Ashton is an absolute slayer of powder coat and Cerakote now. I know that too. But I got a gold Vital on top. And of course, I got a chop top, and I can't remember which one this is. I think it's Robin's egg,
Yeah.
but it just has kind of gotten a bit stained a little, so it has like a little bit less of a pure blue. Maybe it's just my eyes tripping me out, but either way, that looks fucking so good. And I had to bust into the good old stockpile of the third of my holy trinity of builders for me. And it's fan builds. I had to get these out. I've had these for so long. I used to have these on my site. I think a lot of people slept on them, but that's okay because it ended up meaning that I had like 10 pairs when I closed down the site. So that was perfect for me. And the liquid that I have in there is it's just a vanilla custard. It doesn't say anything. It's a vanilla custard.
It was a Trishul V8.
Yeah, the Trishul. This one? It's a Trishul V2.
From Vape, Hell Vape.
Yeah, hell vape. It was like honestly, it was like a $30 tube on Fast Tech back in the day. Miss Fast Tech, rest in peace.
Mm.
I don't know what's going on, man. The last two things I've rewicked lately are not tasting right. And I'm starting to think it's the fucking cotton. Which is upsetting because I just bought this brand new box of Prime. And if the whole box is like this, I'm going to be very upset.
I believe that you would be.
I'm just going to have to keep vaping on this thing so the flavor kicks in because the flavor's just not hitting me yet. I'm getting bubbles, so it's wicking. The Trishel's the tube, dude.
Yeah, Steve said hell of a tube for $30. Like 100%. Like that's what I paid. I bought two of them at the same time. Actually, no, I bought four of them and I sent two of them straight to Ashton's. I like made two separate orders and got it shipped from China to Ashton's. And then I got two of them sent to me. And then I ended up sending him another one later to coat.
Well, if you pay attention, bro, you would have heard him.
Oh, the dripper is the Screamer RDA. The Screamer. That's what it is.
I'm in a weird spot right now, boys.
I can't remember who made the Screamer. It's the same people that made
Mech Life.
Yes, Mech Life Official. Yeah, it's a pretty nice dripper. That's what the deck looks like. It's just like a two. It's honestly it's like the recurve, but it a little bit different, I guess. But it's like similar to like the newest recurve RDA.
Oh, I've gotten plenty of good flavor from Boros before, Ern. I definitely don't think it's the Boro that's the issue. The reason why I said it is because even an RDA we recently hasn't didn't taste right off rip. I just heard some fucking big crash.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I did too.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Interestingly, when James says that, I had some V2 not too long ago, and I will say that the Prime lately feels a lot like V2 does. And I don't know what that actually means, but
Hopefully it doesn't anything. That's the one that I have coded for anybody out there that hasn't seen that. So that's the Trishul V2 coded by Ashton. And that's just a dang. I actually have
fine.
I have a matching. No, I don't have a matching RDA for this one. The matching RDA, no, I don't. I do have a matching RDA. This is a different vital that would go on top. So I could just put this cap on. And that's the matching one for this. But the engravings weren't deep enough, so each could just make it teal. The same as this mod. But honestly, I just think that fucking gold on there, dude, mixed, I think it just looks too good. Like
your drip tips, like little bit of off color, looks like the exact same blue on the mod, and it's pristine right now.
I know, dude, it's so pristine. Like I feel like I could go into anywhere in the world with this vape, and people be like, they'd give me the nod, you know? They'd be like, nice mod, bro. It looks good. Your setup looks tight.
Sorry about that, boys. Had to go check
You're
on
good.
stuff.
Hopefully everything's good.
No one's hurt. So,
Okay.
but some sentimental and priceless things were broken. So, unfortunately, my mom's pretty upset right now. I'm just honestly, I'm not even thinking about this show right now, dude. I'm just thinking about my mom because she's been having a rough year. A lot of stuff's been going on with the just family stuff, and that was brutal. So send some positive vibes this way if you could to Mama Janklin. Appreciate that. But anywho, what did I miss?
Just debating if cotton bacon prime has suddenly declined in quality.
John said that it was basically Con Bacon V2.
Well, it doesn't feel
like it doesn't feel like bacon does in your
doesn't.
fingers, right? It feels like cotton bacon V2 right now.
Yeah, this bag does not feel as it should.
Like bacon had a
almost like a rayon kind of feel. And
yeah,
this
prime
does not.
had like a rougher
it's
texture.
almost feels like native wicks. I don't know.
If native honestly, wicks wasn't as smooth, I would agree. Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of really upset about that cotton right now.
I wonder if like the second tank you get, it's normal. I mean, that's what I'm gonna hope
Well, I'll
for.
tell you what, dude. I set this up 2-3 days ago.
Yeah.
And it's still not really hitting the way I want it to. And it's wicking fine. I'm not having any dry hit issues, nothing like that. It's just.
Well, I remember when you set it up, yeah, you were chaining it and it was keeping up like a boss.
Like the flavors picked up a little bit, but it's still not where it should be, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I have to mess with things some more, but.
Wasn't there VADV? Wasn't there an upgrade? Wasn't there Platinum Plus? Wasn't that better than Platinum? Or am I tripping? That's the one that I tried. I think I don't know if I tried the other native wicks, but I think I tried a Platinum Plus. And I was like, it was all right, I guess. Yes, there is. Okay. But you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of fucking cotton bacon prime. I just happen to have some from when I closed down the site, and I'm still working off of it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of native wicks, but dude, when prime was actually prime, dude, I loved the shit out of it. Even the last box I had was good, dude, but for some reason this one's just not hitting the mark, I think. I don't know, I might have to start trying out some new cotton, but dude, that just really pisses me off because I just brought a brand new box. Not bag, box.
Yeah, box.
And that box will last me a year. If not, maybe a little more. Anyhow. I will say though, airflow on this, like as far as the other things, aside from like the flavor not really being there, super smooth. Nice draw. It's wicking like a champ, dude. I'm watching it bubble every time I take a rip. Flavor's starting to pick up a little bit. But anyways, what I will say though, full disclosure, I have been vaping the Pixel, the mod itself, with the shift Boro in it. As you can see, I still have a full fucking tank, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to try to figure out how I could pop this coil out and put a new one in here without dumping this whole tank, because I dry hit the shit out of this fucking coil. And then I thought, well, maybe I could fill it up and it won't be too bad. I was wrong.
Well, when you go to take it to con, it probably just like pulls apart one piece.
So I might just have to vape it to where it gets down below like the little window, just so I could pull the coil out and then just pop the other one in there, and we'll go from there. But what I will say though, I think this little thing is a pretty fucking slick like Boro device accessory to have. Because if like you're someone who, maybe you're just out and about and you just want to be able to have a quick swap of coils if you need to or something like that, being able to just put either your Vapors Cloud coils, their VC Tech coils, PNP coils from Vupu will fit in here, as well as GTX coils from Vapors Cloud, or not Vapors Cloud, from Vapresso. So you get 3 different coil options you can use in this thing with all their different resistances and all that sort of stuff. And you got nice adjustable airflow on here as well, which I thought is pretty slick. Fills from either the front or the side as well. I vaped on this for probably a good 3 or 4 days before I ended up getting that dry hit because I'm a dummy and wasn't paying attention to how full my tank was. But dude, honestly, I was pretty surprised with the VC coils, man, the VC Tech coils or whatever they're calling them. Not too shabby for a mesh coil head, man. The Shift 1.5 is much better than the original. What's different? Because this one's pretty good the way it is. Who knows? This might even be the Shift whatever. No, it's just a regular Shift Boro. But either way, it's good, man. Better O-ring and airflow. Dude, I've heard a lot of people complain about like the Vapors Cloud, like their crypt tanks and stuff like that, and like leaking issues and things. I have multiple crypt tanks, like the old ones, and then obviously now I've got a new. This is the V2 that comes with the Ether V2. I haven't had too many issues personally. Just a little bit of condensation and stuff like that, and obviously if you let it just sit there and you don't vape on things, you're gonna have leakage most of the time, because eventually that vacuum is going to just decompress, and then eventually that liquid's going to find somewhere to seep out. But I haven't had too many problems personally, but like I said, I haven't been using Boros pretty heavy as of late. But yeah. Let's see what else we got here. What up, Lee?
You also got
love the shirt. Oh,
shirt.
Yeah. Thanks. It's pretty slick, right?
It is pretty slick.
It's even called the Green Room. It's like they named it after our show. Hungry Hippo says my Asgard 2 should be here tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. I pulled the airflow ring off. Better airflow. Oh, of the Shift Boro, Heath? Yeah, because you can actually just take the whole like adjustable ring off of there and just wide open. I honestly cut the airflow down on this thing, to be completely honest with you guys. Because I've found when it comes to single coil things and stuff like that, I am definitely more into like a little bit of restriction when it comes to the overall vape aspect with a single coil, because that little bit of restriction I feel like just helps that coil perform the way I want it to. You know what I mean? Just adds that little bit more compression to where it's just like I'm able to get that a little bit of a denser vape. You know what I mean? I got creative and sitting on the floor charging on a computer with a short cord I found as I watch. Oh, nice. You gotta do what you gotta do. My sand and ether won't be here till Monday. See, I almost grabbed a sand AIO, but I went with the Pixel just for the form factor.
What's the sand? Is it like a bigger version of it?
It's like Vapors Cloud's version of a billet.
Oh, okay.
It kind of has like this, like on the side where the fire button is, it has this same plate on it with the button. And then on the other side, it's got, your door where you put your Boro tank and screen and stuff.
So it might be a little bit narrower than that one?
No, it's almost, I'd say it's pretty much the same. It's pretty close to the
does it have like the tank set up like that one, or is
no,
it
it's like a billet. Like I said, it's pretty much, it might be a little bit shorter maybe than a billet because it looks like it's a little bit more squat. But it's almost the same. I would say. Obviously I haven't had one in my hand to say for sure, but pretty similar. You got the DNA 80 green splatter. Yeah, I was looking at that one, man. But I saved myself $50 and got this one instead, and then got the ether to go in it. Because why not? Flavor's picking up though, boys. Picking up. It's getting there. A little bit at a
Okay,
time.
I'm optimistic.
Well, while we let this thing do its thing, we should do our thing and do the thing, and then come back and do another thing.
I'm with it.
So, with that being said, Sean, what's the thing we're about to do?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time to inhale that good shit and exhale that bullshit, because it's shed time.
Let's do it. back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your shed time break. I know I did. Still breathing a manual slightly. Easing off the clutch. Easing on the gas. You know? You just gotta flutter it a little bit. And now we're good. All right. Anywho, no poll was done in the chat beforehand because I completely forgot. But that's okay because I don't even have the bumper for this game. Which is cool because it's technically not the game the bumper was going to say anyways, because we're taking a little flip-flop on a game we've played before here in the past that's normally 2 truths and a lie, but today, dun 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 dun, it's 2 lies and a truth. So what we're going to do here is the 3 of us are going to take a turn and give you guys 3 statements. 2 of them are going to be lies, 1 of them is going to be the truth. We have to figure out which is which and go from there. You know what I mean? Anyways, with that being said, we're all going to take a second here to think of our 3 statements of things that could be true or lies. You know what I mean? It just depends. Jesus. Maybe I'm not quite breathing and
No, you're not
automatic
yet. Yeah, maybe that Mountain Dew will help you
I
out.
stalled out there, dude. Stalled out a little bit. All right. Let's see here. Trying to think of some good shit.
The weird thing is, it's suddenly become hard to come up with multiple lies.
See, I'm having a problem just coming up with the one true thing, and then the lies I could just I could riff, bro.
I can riff.
I'm pretty good at riffing. Dang, that shed time break really didn't do us any favors here, boys. At least not
right,
me.
I'm ready to rock.
You ready to rock?
I can go. Yep.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and hit us with them?
All right. I once spent $500 on a single cut of beef. So that's the first statement. Second statement, I have never been in an at-fault auto accident. And third statement, I have never walked out on a job in the middle of training.
Okay, so first one was you spent $100 on a cut of
500.
500?
500 on a single cut of meat, beef specifically.
I don't see Sean I see Sean enjoying food, and you know he is kind of a foodie, but I don't know.
Dude, 500?
Yeah.
That's some serious.
What do you guys know about Japanese Wagyu? A5.
I know that it's expensive.
Yeah, I know, but
I know that there's things like that exist. What I'm struggling with is that my friend Sean, that I've known for quite a while now, dropping $500 on a cut of meat. So I struggle.
But here's
with
the thing, though, Chris. This is the thing when it comes to Sean, bro. You never really know what his angle is. You know what I mean?
that.
So like he might be pulling
He's
like
not that much of a mastermind.
What? How many times has he fooled us, bro?
Well, this is what's going to happen then. If it goes the way that I'm now thinking, is that Sean will then say that he has ordered a $500 cut of meat, but he canceled the order and actually never paid for it or got it. But he did order it. That's like what I think is going to fucking happen.
It'd be some shit like some semantics. Like,
yeah. So
my thing is like,
ridiculous
is he's going to throw out one thing that's true that's so wild That it's gonna make
But
the other two lies seem like they would be things he would have. You know what I mean?
well, okay, so in that case, then that is the wildest one of the three things.
Yes,
for sure.
for sure. That was just my thinking, just going into it at first. You know what I mean? Because the other,
I just really
see,
struggle.
the one
thinking
thing
Sean
is,
paying 500. Like I don't think he would. It's
I
like, like,
one that
that's a
I
lot of
think
other
is
things
for
we gotta
sure a
spend on.
lie is the last one. Like, I think that one's a lie because I could see Sean like going to some place, going through some training, and be like, "This is some fucking bullshit. I'm not doing this shit," and then taking off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I could
so, like,
see him
that-
possibly
so
doing
you
that
don't
if it
think
was
it's
some
that.
bullshit
See,
ass job.
I was like half thinking that was the one that was probably
The
true.
second one, I feel like maybe the most possible of being true, because I've never really heard Sean talk about being in too many accidents, let alone being at fault in any accidents. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but at
saying?
this point, Sean's probably been driving for close to 20 years. That's a long time. And like,
I know a lot of
it's
people have never been
possible.
in accidents, bro.
Well, I mean, I do know a lot of people that haven't been in accidents as well.
And he's saying
I've
at
definitely
fault. I know a lot of people that have also been hit by other
Oh,
people,
true.
but have never hit people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say number two's the truth. The other two are lies. That's where I'm going with my
James
gut.
is locking in.
I'm
Number
locking
two is
in
the
number
truth.
Okay,
two.
he's locking in.
Locking
He's
in
locking
number
in.
two.
Okay. I'm gonna lock in number 3. I don't know why, but when when you were talking, that one just gave me the biggest like that's the one vibe.
I've
So I'm just gonna go
never
with it.
walked out on a job in the middle of training. You're locking in that as the truth.
Just the
Oh,
way
no, I
he said
instantly-
that back to you
Sorry.
right now, bro. I would change your answer, dude. Just based off of how he repeated it back to you.
Well, this is the thing, right? I feel like we've had this conversation before, and I can't remember if Sean did it, but like I was like, oh, I've done it. I've like walked out in the middle of a fucking shift or like middle of a work day. Like,
See, and I feel like we've also had this conversation, and then I was the only one that hasn't done it.
I mean, that could also be true. Fuck. See, now I'm in my own head. You guys are in my head.
Go with your gut, bro. Go with your gut. Go with your gut. I'm still locking
I'm
in
just
it too.
sticking it. Fuck it. I'm sticking with.
All right, so
the
you're
first
sticking
one.
with 3. James is sticking with I've never been in an at fault accident as the truth. A lot of people in chat are saying like, V8DV 500 is less than a 1 pound cut. He's right. Japanese Wagyu A5 is insanely expensive. And Chris, you know me oh so well. I would not spend that kind of money. Not in this state of my life. Absolutely
That's
not.
what I'm saying. I didn't see you spending no $500 on those.
That
steaks.
$500
even though
could
it
do a
is
lot
some
more
Wagyu.
awesome things. Trust me, I would love to own a piece and cook it. I've learned a lot. I'd love to take my shot at it, but your boy ain't dropping that money.
I knew it.
Number 3, Chris, unfortunately,
I knew it.
is a lie.
Fucking knew it, dude. I told you, Chris.
Red
I
Robin
told you.
Halfway through training, I was like, yeah, fuck this. This waiting tables is not for me. I am not that one. And I walked out halfway through a training. So yes, I've never been in an at fault accident. I've hit somebody, but they had waved me out and then got impatient and admitted fault on the spot.
Can you say that one more time?
I have actually hit somebody. They waved me out to come into traffic and then got impatient as I was making sure it was safe to go, started driving, and then I went and hit them. So when we all pulled over, he was like, no, I'm immediately at fault. Like, I waved you out to go and then got impatient. The traffic in the other lane, I was trying to make a left-hand turn, and the traffic in the lane I was trying to go had not made an opening for me yet when he had stopped to let me out.
Yeah.
So he got impatient as I got my opportunity and I hit him. So he's like, I'm immediately at fault on that one. My bad, bro.
Yeah, because at that point, he already gave you the go-ahead, so you weren't looking at him. You were looking at the flow of traffic to make a clean.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
So I appreciated him for being like, no, I fucked up. I didn't give you a chance to actually get an opening in the traffic. And so, yeah, like it was all said and done from there. Yeah, that was the only time I've ever actually hit somebody. Never been in an at fault accident.
All right.
I feel like I never have been in one that was like really my fault. But I guess I've been at fault, I think twice. Once when I was like 19, and then once when I was like 31. And honestly, both times I think we're like they're bullshit. Like they're fucking bullshit.
All right. Shit. Now I'm trying to. I should have been thinking about this after I gave my answer, and then fucking
I know, Paul,
blanked.
if you like really liked food and you had, let's say at the end of a month, you had like $1,000 surplus in your budget, I think that it wouldn't be outrageous to fucking order $500 cut of meat if that's like really something you're into.
But
Personally,
I Paul's on my wavelength on this one though, because it's like, if I had that 100 grand in the bank, yeah, a $500 piece of meat, sure, absolutely. But it's not like vape gear because I don't collect steak. Like,
no, it's consumable.
like I'm gonna eat that steak once, enjoy the shit out of it, and remember it for the rest of my life. But I can keep vaping a $500 mod. Yeah, vape gear is for life.
All right. All right. All right. I need to think.
Paul
I
is
need to
loyal
think.
to the coil.
Yeah, James, I feel like I want you to go. So me going, it doesn't mess you up. Excuse me. I just want to say that the AI DJ on my streaming service has been killing it so far, the show.
Put on a band I was not familiar with and have just let it play.
Nice.
Taking a cue from a good idea from a friend and trying it out. Not the same band, but
Yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah.
you know, same idea. Let's just throw this band on that I'm not familiar with yet, and let's just see what happens. And
God
it's been
damn, dude.
interesting.
Why does this game? Why does thinking of just three random things so fucking hard?
I think one of the things that I'm
It's because you're
realizing,
always trying to like make it so you're tricking people. I think that that's like it makes it
yes,
harder because like you're thinking too hard on like how you can make things equal and it's like a guessing game. That's what I struggle with too. If that's
same.
a possibility, is what you're struggling with. So I'm always like, I want to get them. I want to win this. I don't want it to be obvious, so I have to like try to like match these things together.
Yep, 100% same.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
All right. Um.
kind of bummed I'm out of that ginger ale.
Dude, I had like 2 bottles over the holidays just of regular ginger ale. It was nice. Just some regular Canada Dry ginger ale. I really did wish it was the cranberry, but it is what it is.
We went to dinner at a spot that has the bottles of that fruit splash. So I was like, yeah, before it's gone, I'm going to get one more.
I actually saw earlier that Lando was talking about how he was vaping. He was drinking I can't remember what he said it
The
was.
Shirley Temple one,
Oh, Shirley Temple.
Shirley
Yeah,
Temple
yeah.
7 Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't bad.
I'd fuck with
I'm,
that. I love
yeah,
seven
I
up.
just saw it in the store the other day and I'm like, I'm going to have to grab some and try this because nostalgia alone from when I was a kid.
Yeah, of like getting a Shirley Temple when you go like out
Yeah.
to eat at a restaurant type shit. I remember getting them then. That was like my stepping stone into like getting root beer at restaurants. I would always be like, "Yo, do you have root beer?" Yes, bring it.
All right, all right. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I've got it, but I just want. I had to
Figured
type.
out
I had
what
to type
order?
them out, bro, because otherwise I was forgetting them as I was thinking about them.
No, truthfully, I think
All
one of the
right.
last times we did this, I wrote them down for the same reason.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think I'm ready. Here we go. So one night I lost $800 in blackjack at the local casino. Next one is I got to walk the pits at NASCAR and met Dale Jr. And the last one is on 420. I went and saw a Dead show and snuck in edibles and Jack Daniels into a movie theater because they were playing like a Dead show.
huh, uh-huh. Hmm. All right. Well, the NASCAR pits one jumps out at me. I feel like we've talked about NASCAR races before, if not here, but on the podcast. And I feel like it would have been an opportunity for you to have shared that story, and I don't remember you ever telling that story. So it's making me think that that's one of the lies. $800 lost at blackjack.
I'm gonna say
Fact.
that I think that that's like that doesn't seem like something that James would do, but also it seems like I feel like James could definitely go with like $100 to the casino and maybe make up to 800 by just like being hot and then just getting silly and losing it all. So you really are losing $100 that way.
And remember,
Um,
chat, you guys are trying to figure out which one's the truth out of the three, not the lie. Because there's two
okay,
lies and one truth.
can I hear them all again? And this time I'm gonna watch you when you say them.
Well, I'm gonna be reading them, bro. So, lost $800 in blackjack at a local casino. Got to walk the pits at NASCAR and met Dale Jr. And then last one is went to a Jed show on 420 and snuck edibles and Jack Daniels into the movie theater because they were playing a Dead show. Damn, I literally said those verbatim, bro.
Okay. Feel like the now I'm down between two. I'm down between the edibles and the dead, and I'm into the $800. I am.
Yeah, the eight
Only
hundred
because
dollars feels way more believable, but also,
like the NASCAR one and Dale Earnhardt, I do that's a lie. There's
yeah, that
no way.
screams like a lie
I
to
would have
me.
heard about that in 7+ years.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too. Like we've talked about NASCAR races before, like on the podcast and shit. Like we would have heard the story by now, but
Praise
the
Hale, praise
gambling,
Dale. Hell yeah, Ern.
all gas, no brakes.
Show me your giddy horn. Only the
Uh,
real ones know what that line was.
Yeah, what's that? What's that channel? Is it all gas, no
it
brakes?
well, it was all gas,
Yeah,
no
but now he's
brakes,
got
and
like
then
an
he
official
changed.
like show.
Yeah, like
Oh,
he
okay.
changed everything and went to like a whole official move. So yeah, he blew up. Um, I think I'm gonna vote for number three. The Dead Show is the truth.
All right. Locking in number 3. What you got there, Chris?
I'm gonna go the same. I'm going the same.
Number 3?
Yeah, the dead show with the edibles.
All right. Well, you guys were right about the NASCAR one. You would have definitely have heard about that, especially with the whole race hail praise Dale. But I have definitely been to NASCAR races, but never got to walk the pits. Um, and there's been a few times at the casino where I've lost probably about that much, but made it back before I left. So that one's also, you guys are right. Number 3 is 100% true because me and my buddy he hit me up. He's like, dude, they're playing Grateful Dead live from like 91 or something. It's like one of the last shows before Jerry passed. And he's like, and they're playing at the movie theater, bro. What we gotta do is we gotta get really fucking high. I made some homemade edibles, which were the worst tasting fucking edibles ever. We fucking smoked like 2 joints beforehand. Went in, snuck in a bottle of Jack Daniels and some Cokes, and we were having Jack and Cokes, eating edibles, high out of my fucking mind, dude. It was one of those experiences where I like sat back and closed my eyes, and then all of a sudden, bro, I felt like I was just in my car, just like fucking cruising. And all of a sudden, I just open my eyes, and it's just Jerry Garcia super big on the screen, just shredding a fucking solo, dude. And I'm just like, whoa.
I feel like that's the way you have to experience the dead. If you don't have a moment like that while experiencing the dead,
it was pretty cool, dude. Shout out to Tom. If you're out there, bro, that was a good time, man. Anywho.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, Fishy said number 3 just seemed too true to believe. Yes, I see. I screwed myself because I added too many details in that one. I should have just left it at went to a dead show on 420. Anyway.
It's all right. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna guess mine just because that's my luck with these games. But I too, I went from the same angle because like I'm always just on the spot doing it. So now I'm going to just read 3 statements that I've typed out. I'm gonna follow that vibe. Okay, so here are the 3 statements. Statement number 1.
Oh, that was the truth. I'm just kidding.
I caught a home run ball at a Blue Jays game.
All right.
Statement number 2. I got pulled over for driving 2 times the speeding limit. And statement number 3. I saw a glass pitcher get thrown on the ground and it bounced back up onto the table right side up.
Yeah, that last one I doubt. I feel like I would have heard Chris tell us about the Blue Jays catching a home run ball.
I'm having that weird moment, James, where I'm like, did I hear a story about this before? I feel like I would have. I feel like I did, but did I?
I don't
think. Like, I'm having that argument in my brain right now. Chris does love to drive.
Yeah, but 2 times the speed limit, I don't know. But then again, I don't know how the laws work in Canada as far as that.
Well, I mean, twice the speed limit is a big difference if you get.
Number 2 must be a lie. At least it better fucking be.
Well, listen, twice the speed limit is a big difference if you're on a highway or if you're on a country road.
Dude, there's places where speed limits are 25 kilometers an hour. That's
exactly
like 15 miles an hour.
If you're doing 50 kilometers an hour, not really a big deal. If you're doing 150 kilometers an hour, it's a big fucking deal.
200 on the highway, yeah, that's a big fucking deal.
You know?
Which I've done, by the way, but never been pulled over, thankfully. I don't condone speed racing or anything like that, just for the record. Do you guys have I guess.
I'm
Like,
still thinking them out here.
I'm gonna put my answer on the Blue Jays catching the home run ball.
The glass pitcher one just seems too good to be true. Did you say it bounced back up and landed on a table, or it just bounced and landed on right up?
yeah, it just like got thrown on the ground and bounced back up on the table.
I think I have to go with the Blue Jays one, dude.
Okay, so James is going with the Blue Jays one. Sean is going with the which one?
Blue Jays.
The Jays.
Blue Jays one. Okay. I don't know what chat's doing. Obviously, everybody was really against the speeding limit part. So I have never been pulled over for going 2 times the speed limit. The fastest I was ever going over the speed limit and got pulled over was 45, and that's not even that fast. That's like 27 miles an hour over the speed limit, 28, something like that. And the speed limit was a 63-mile-an-hour speed limit. And I was doing like, I don't know, whatever that is in miles per hour. Because it's 100 kilometers, and I was doing 145 when I got pulled over. So not double the limit. But you can do 25. There's places with posted 25 kilometer an hour. And dude, 50 kilometers an hour is not fast. It's 35 miles an hour. It's pretty slow. Like you're not really flying. The second statement that is a lie is I caught a home run ball at a Blue Jays game. I've never caught a home run ball at a Blue Jays game. I have told a story though, Sean, about when I was like 9 years old or 10 years old. We were in Cleveland, and like my little cousin beside me, she's like 3 years younger than me. She wasn't paying attention, and a foul ball came, and I had my baseball glove on, and I caught it, but it came so hard that like I ended up like catching it and like hitting her in the face. But that was not a home run. That was a foul ball. So I might have told that story. But
That's
yeah, I
probably what
did,
I'm
dude. I
remembering.
did see a fucking glass pitcher get thrown on the ground and then fucking bounce back up and landed on the table, right side up. I was like at this place in Montreal called the Peel Pub, and they used to serve like pitchers, and there was like a smaller pitcher. I think that they were like maybe like 2 pints. It was a pitcher, but you could get them for like $2.50 or $2 or something like that. Dude, this girl, she's sitting at the table and she's like hammered, and she just fucking grabs it and she like looks at me and she's like throws it on the ground, and it fucking bounced off the ground back up onto the fucking table. It was empty. Just she fucking threw it. And I thought we're fucked, we're doomed, and it was gonna smash. And it fucking bounced off the ground back up onto the fucking table.
I don't know what kind of glass that was.
Dude, I don't know what kind of glass it was either.
That's the illest borosilicate or something ever. I'm more impressed that she bounced it at such an angle that it went back and landed on
she
the
didn't
table.
like fucking throw it as hard as she could, but she just like looked and she's like, and she like did like one of those like just little throws. Yeah, fucking bounced right back up on the tables. I was drunk, Gooser. I wasn't high. I was like 20 years old and probably real gone, but that's exactly what happened.
So for all we know, what you thought was glass could have possibly been plastic.
I don't think it could have been a hybridized or something. I don't know, but it felt glass to me. It was like a thick fucking glass, like a pint, like a fuck, like
Was
those
it heavy?
igloo looking. Yeah,
Like a
it was like
Pyrex
heavy-ish.
mixing glass, like a Pyrex mixing
Yeah, but like
Pyrex
shape, it
measuring
had like all this
cup.
like extra bulk. I don't even know. It's called the Peel Pub. That's all I can remember.
That's
Crazy.
wild.
Oh shit, that was fun.
That was a good one.
That was a good
That was
old
fun.
round. I will say, I'm still waiting for this flavor to pop through.
Is
on
it
this
still
cotton,
improving?
dude. Like, I don't know, dude.
Excuse me. Did you say no?
Said I don't know. Probably just gonna have to tweak with this thing a little bit too.
I will say that those band builds in here are going
I
crazy,
think I might.
and I'm so pumped. You guys might see me vape this for a while, to be honest. And the vanilla custard is good. It's not very old though. I mean, it's probably like 10 days, but your boy is down bad, so he can't wait for stuff to steep.
Hmm.
Let's try that. Make a little airflow adjustment. The resistance on this thing's all over the place. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I just need to try something different inside of there and see how it goes. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. That was a fun round of Two Lies and a Truth this time around. That was honestly a pretty easy build as far as the Ether Boro goes. Like I said, not 100% sure if it's... I think it's mainly just cotton, dude. I think cotton might be my main problem right now. I might have to rebuild this with something else, or rewick it with something else. I have an older bag of bacon that I might be able to snag a little piece out of and try. But other than that, we'll just kind of see how this thing rocks. I do like the overall pixel though. Form factor, battery life's not too shabby on it. Of course, the higher in wattage you go, the faster the battery will go. I'm rocking this at about like 35, 40 watts, and it gets me through, my work day and
Does it
most of
get
the
you
day.
through like
It gets me
over
through.
a tank?
Oh yeah, dude. Like I could vape through a tank easy on it, especially
Okay.
depending on how heavy I'm chiefing.
Yeah.
Like I'll have to fill it up at least once, maybe twice a day, depending on how crazy I'm going. But the battery hasn't fully died on me yet. But I also, when I get home and I'm just sitting here at the desk and I'm not like ripping on it at the moment, I just plug it in. And then when I'm ready, I just take it off, vape on it, and then once it's fully charged, I'll just vape on it until it gets about like halfway and then just plug it back in again. I mainly got it just because it's small, fits perfectly in my toolbox at
No, it
work.
looks awesome.
Yeah,
Honestly,
pretty
it looks
slick.
super
I
cool.
like it, dude. I'm honestly not upset with the purchase, bro. I was having a little bit of buyer's remorse after buying it. Like, fuck, why'd I spend the money? I didn't need it. Da, 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 da. Am I even gonna like it? I'm enjoying the mod so far. Just gotta, dial in the overall Boro build. Who knows? I might even throw a different bridge in it completely. Like I've got a Haku Zeta lying around. Shout out to Swags. I've got a couple other things that I know are pretty solid. We'll just go from there. Other than that, Chris, what do you got to say to the peeps?
I'm just gonna say thanks to everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you as always. Check out shedtimepodcast.com. Go give it a click. Go give the podcast a listen to. Like Sean said earlier, we're in our 6th season. So there's obviously a lot of stuff for anybody that hasn't ever listened to it. You can just randomly click and probably enjoy the episode. I am a little biased, but I think that most of the time we're having a really good time. And the times that we're not having a really good time, I think that we're having like good, deep conversations. So come check it out. And yeah, just check us out next Friday night on the Frames Janklin Vapor channel right here for another green room. And I think that's it for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Sean, take it away.
Well, I want to thank everybody out here in chat and everybody who catches us in the replay. It really does mean the world to us. So big shout out to all of y'all. Go ahead and check out the Shed Time podcast everywhere podcasts are found. And other than that, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
Absolutely. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my favorite segment of the show. A little bit of wise words of wisdom, food for thought for you guys to think about. And it is time for Confucius Say. And today, he's got to go in for you guys. Today, Confucius Say, cross-eyed teacher can't control pupils.
Wow.
Yep.
It's a thing. It's true. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up tonight's episode. Thank you for joining us. Catch us next week. And if not, go check out the podcast over at shedtimepodcast.com. Shout outs to Steel Valley Vapors as always. Use Shed Time over there if you guys want to get a little something. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and round this out as we always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Crisp high fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, it's just vape on, Shedheads. Bye.